welcome to another episode of this called the Fellowship Metal Podcast. And it's a Saturday afternoon here in the States, here in America. And this time with our guest, the band from France, Cybirth. So for you guys, good evening. It's very kind of more late there. So welcome to this podcast, and thank you so much for the opportunity to interview you guys.
Yeah, thank you as well. Yeah, we just had dinner, so yeah, it's kind of not so late, but yeah, we're really honored and happy to be here today. It's really fun. Our first interview was with a guy that was like 100 miles away from us. We could easily gone there by car. I know you're from the other way around the globe. So yeah, it's really fun and really excited to be able to do this.
Yeah, for us too. For us, it's a great honor to have you guys here in the podcast. I think it's the third band from France that we have the chance to interview. But please let me introduce the Fellowship Metal Podcast team. So this time, let's start from the north. So with Daniel.
Okay, thank you for the Cyber for being here. I am Daniel Guevara. I'm from Bogotá, but I am living in Washington, D.C. now in this moment, and Buenos Aires, Argentina, the both place. And thank you for being here, guys.
Okay, let's go to the south, to South America. So let's start with Omar.
Hi, guys. It's a pleasure for us to have us in our podcast. You are so welcome to the Fellowship Metal Podcast. I am Omar. I'm in Bogota, Colombia. And so glad to have you in our space, guys. We hope you really like it, you enjoy it. You're going to see this is just friend talk with the people. So don't take it as a interrogation in the police station or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it's just in the living room talking of music like we like it, and let's go with this.
No, don't worry, we're completely relaxed.
So my other team member from Bogota, Harry.
Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to a new episode of the Fellowship Metal Podcast. My name is Harry of Bogota, Colombia. We want to give a cordial greeting to those who join us from networks. Today, we are blessed the band Cybirth for France. Guys, welcome.
Okay, guys, and I am here in the sunny state of Florida. My name is Alexander. I'm from Bogota too, but living here in the States like many years ago. So first of all, again, thank you so much for the chance to let us interview you guys or hear more about the band through our podcast. And as Omar said, this is more like a relaxed chat conversation between friends. And let's start with the band. Could you please introduce the current lineup of the band?
Yeah, so the current lineup of the band is like almost 2 years old. The band is pretty fresh because Florian, which is the last one to have joined us, the drummer, came with us in August 22. So that's for the drummer. So we have the chance to have two singers, Amanda that you see over there, which she mostly sings in the low growls and high clean vocals, and the rest of the space is occupied by Julien, that has more of a deftone screamo kind of voice. So they're really complementary, and they occupy the space really well both together. So we also have two guitarists. We have Stefan, which is the one that should have been here tonight but couldn't make it, and he is like the original member of the band, and is the one that joined. Is the one who assembled the Avengers. It's like Tony Stark. And there is Guillaume, which is our second guitarist, and then myself, Julian. I'm the bassist, and I also because we use samples a lot of samples in our music. We have that kind of.
Very much samples, not a little bit. Very much samples.
A lot of samples. I got I got distracted, and so I'm the main composer for all the other instruments like the piano. You can see you have my cello here on the back. The opportunity to put some cello in three pieces of the first album, the first one, the last one, and the song that is called Joker Dance. You can hear some cello in the back. I had the opportunity and the chance to record it myself, so that was quite fun. That's all for the line. Oh, and least but not last, we have kind of a seventh member, I could say, because Francois, our engineer, composed some of the songs. And he's the one that does the mix and master for the group. He's the one that shoots the music videos, so we wouldn't be able to do anything without him. So yeah, he's kind of our shadow member.
Nice. Nice.
All the image is because of him. It's very important for us. The clip and all the album is because of him. So we are very grateful to have him, because without him we can be anything.
Awesome. So for us, it's like a pleasure and an honor again. Greetings for them. So let's start with an icebreaker, and let's start like from your perspective as a metalhead and as a musician. What do you think about the South American metal scene? What do you hear about us at the other side of the world?
Sadly, I don't listen to enough South American metal. So if you have some recommendations, I would be glad to hear it. What I know from my perspective is that it's a part of the world that really enjoys metal, like a lot. There are a lot of metalheads around here, but yeah, I would be glad to, when the interview is over, to have a couple of famous names, from South American metal, because I don't know enough, and I'm sure
Definitely.
there are some gems that have been unborrowed yet.
Yeah, like sadly, for South American bands are very hard to present their material in Europe. I think the big bands like Sepultura or Angra are the ones that, are more popular there. But for those that maybe are like well known at this side of the world, they don't have the chance to like export their material back there. So definitely we can just share some. But in what part of France are you located?
Tu veux répondre à Wanda?
We're in the south of France. Do you know Marseille?
Marseille, yeah.
It's in Toulon, 1 hour of Marseille.
Nice. The other day we were talking. I'm sorry, Amanda.
No, I'm sorry for my English. It's very difficult for me. I try and I understand all you say, but for speak it's very complicated for me. I'm sorry.
No, no big deal. I think I always say the same. Your English is better than my French. So the other day we were talking here with another bands in this space how big festivals kind of like affect in the good way and in the bad way the local metal scene, right? You have in France one of the biggest metal fests around the world, the Hellfest. Yeah. So from your perspective, what you think about Hellfest? Is it helping local scene, or is just more moving crowds to see international bands?
No, it's the second one, I think. Obviously, especially in our region. I think our region is like the worst in France in terms of metal. There are really, really few good scenes, so we have to fight all the time to try and find, good locations to be able to play. And yeah, that I don't know if it's sad or not. I mean, it's kind of the business, The Hellfest is like the top of the game for us in France, and you expect it to just bring enormous bands because you need to attract people, and I know that, I mean, that's the game. They kind of try and do some, I forgot the name, but the open air Hellfest, so for smaller bands to be able
Yeah.
to go there and have the chance to perform on stage. We would be really glad to be able to do it someday, but we're still too short and too new right now to be able to have this opportunity. But we still have we still have a few good opportunities coming up, so we are really lucky in that regard. But yeah, Hellfest not right now. we're not Hellfest proof right now.
We're a baby group, only 2 years, so it's just the beginning for us, and it's I will to play in Hellfest, but I think it's in very long time.
Maybe in a couple of years.
Yes,
So that's good.
not now.
Yeah, sadly, sometimes, for example, now, like Mexico or Colombia, we have big festivals when they bring like European bands, like well-known bands, but that is affecting local scene. The local bands don't have a space in these big festivals. So yes, sometimes the metalheads, the local scene is saving money to go to these big shows and is not supporting the local scene. That is very important to do it too.
We kind of have the same problem in France, and especially in our region, as I said, it's really not a metal region. So you have these kind of 2 or 3 big regional bands that you could occupy a lot of space. No hate or whatever. We love the guys. Actually, I know you interviewed Akevel. I'm thinking about them because they are from region as us, and they are really awesome guys. But since they are well known in the region, and the region is really poor in terms of location, they take a lot of space. And so when you are a small starting band, it's really hard to get just up there, just to stop playing in small bars with really no space. I mean, we are six members, and it's really hard for us to just
accommodate
find, the space to be able to play and move.
Yes, but well, let's start talking about the band a little bit more. So I think Amanda say like this is your second year. So when the band was created, and what compelled you or inspired you to create Cybirth?
So the story of Cybirth is so originally it wasn't called Cybirth. It was Stéphane and Julien band. It was called Bring Your Noise Dude, and actually one of our songs is called Bring Your Noise Dude. It's like a eulogy. And it was a really different band. It was in between metal and rock. Wasn't so much post metal yet. You can feel it in some of our songs, like Cassandra Syndrome, which is one of the most listened to in Spotify. That's kind of has that feeling of in between rock and metal, and so they had that band with a drummer and a bassist, if I'm not mistaken, but they were diverging in their style. Julien and Stéphane were trying to lean more toward metal, and the other ones were more, for rockers. So they disbanded, and shortly after, it was maybe Amanda, c'est quand que t'es arrivé dans le groupe?
here. One day I wanted to sing anymore in a group, and I post a publication in a platform, and Stefan called me, and I integrate Bring Your Noise Dude, the entire name of the group, and after the group was more metal. I don't know why. Because of my growth, maybe. I don't know. And after it's beginning more metal, more divers. Comment on dit diversifié, Julian?
Diverse.
Yeah.
More diverse.
Yeah.
And after Julian arrived and decided to put samples inside the music, and it's very interesting because we have very much emotion, melancholy, sadness, joy, angry, everything, and we don't know the kind. Comment dit le genre, Julien? The kind of the group,
the genre. What she's saying is that we don't have a really defined genre. You know, it's not black metal or pure death metal or pure whatever. You need to have an etiquette. So we said that cyber post metal. You could say alternative metal also. It's it's a mishmash of a lot of genre. And to paraphrase her, we try not to make a metal that is only pure anger and all sadness and sorrow. We try to have a palette of emotion that is very varied. There are some moments in our song that are just happy or contemplative.
For us, it's more important emotion than technical practice of instruments.
Got it. I think you guys answered my next question that I was about to ask. Like, how do you define the sound of the band, the sound of your music, right? But will you compare it with another band, or it was another influence or influenced band in your material?
There's definitely a lot of influences. The one particularity of our band is that we don't listen at all to the same kind of music, all of us. Amanda will be more, will lean more maybe. I'm schematizing, but we'll lean more toward black metal. Our drummer is more into metalcore. Our singer and Guillaume, the second guitarist, are like heavy thrash listeners. And I'm more of the prog metal guy. So all these influences make that for a very I won't say unique, because everyone will say that their song is unique, but a kind of fresh touch on a genre that isn't really easily specified.
Nice.
Band name, we can say Heads, Deftones, Ginger,
Leprous, I
Leprous.
think. Leprous.
Leprous was it's really hard for us to have for fans of the FFOs, but yeah, Leprous was recommended to us. I don't remember who, but listened to our music and said, "Oh, it reminds me of early Leprous."
Yeah.
Not so much the Lepros of right now, but really early Lepros. And I was like, okay, why not? But you hear what you want to hear. There are some influences in my way of composing that you would never tell. But it's just the things I like, and just some steps here and there.
Definitely. And talking about that part, Julian, how is the compositive process of the music and the lyrics of your songs?
So for the first album, it's a bit weird because, as I said, it was a former band that was created in motion, I would say. So most of the songs were already composed when I got there. Some of them were composed by Francois, our engineer. Some of them were composed by Stéphane. So I created samples on top of a music that was already composed. Same thing goes for the lyrics. Amanda composed some of the lyrics, but not so much in the first album. Mostly our song that no, that is Amnesia for the music video. This one was completely composed by her.
Yes, because before I arrived in Cybirth, the text was already
Written.
Written.
written, and so it's not my type of writing.
Mhm.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
Not our
And,
style, yeah.
yes, thank you, Julian.
And my last question, and it's about that, Amanda, for the new songs, not for the ones that they are already written when you join the band, for the new songs that you are putting your part on it, what is your influence? Do you get your inspiration from a specific found, or what is your inspiration?
I write um, in French and a little bit in English, and I like to speak about traumatism, about ecology,
Yeah, yeah.
veganism, because I'm vegan and it's very
Mhm.
important for me, and future, the future of the planet.
Yep.
It's very important part of the song. I like when it's very comment on dit poétique, Julian?
Poetic.
Poétique, voilà, tout simplement.
Mhm.
And it's very different. It's mostly brut. Comment on dit brut?
Raw.
Raw. It's mostly raw,
Mhm.
and
It's very nice to see because you just tell me basically kind of like the old school Gojira, like how do they call it? The
Benedicta?
yeah, the lyrics they are about nature, about
Ah,
like the
ca-
effect that
cattle decapitation.
the human beings are doing to the global planet. So
Yes.
it's very interesting for me to see another like French bands with the that I think they call it nature death metal because Gojira at the beginning was singing about the wells and about like more ecologist problems. So it's very interesting coming from France too.
we use apocalyptic
Uh
image
huh.
To open the eyes of the people for empathy, for
Mm-hmm.
for animal, for the nature. It's very important because the society is very much egoist, and
Yep.
I want to open the arm for very hugs for all the planet.
Yeah,
I don't know
definitely.
it's very. Bon, voilà, Julian, je vais terminer.
So yeah, we are pretty much trying to be, eco-aware and
Yeah.
both in our songs and the way we sell merch, etc. We are every time we will be selling merch, we will try to have
Mm-hmm.
something that is made in France with
Nice.
French cotton. We are preparing a kemonos or backdrops pretty soon, and we try to find also a French manufacturer that would be doing biodegradable plastic-free paper and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this always trying to to be self-aware and not add up to the constant destruction that is
Yep.
like sitting around us. And just to complement on the new material, it will be less here and there. I'm mostly on the composition
Mm-hmm.
for the second album, and Amanda is mostly on the lyrics. And then it's I will do a first draw of everything, and then we will exchange around it, and the guitarist will say, "No, I would rather play this or this," and make the song move and evolve around this. And we will be recording a few songs of the first album, of the second album, sorry, this August, and we're really excited because it's the first real songs where we put all of our energy really together, because the first album was a mishmash of a lot of stuff that was there before all of us arrived. It was Cybirth without being completely Cybirth, but now it's going to be really Cybirth, and with even more emphasis on the message that we try to embody, and
more intense. The
that is
second
maybe
album will be more intense.
Nice.
and
So
we try to be a bit more intense in both in the in the energy of the music.
So remember, guys, this space is for you. So as soon as you have the new material, don't hesitate to send it. We are more than welcome to show this great band in this part of the world. So this space is for you. Let me pass the torch to my teammate Omar.
Hi, thank you. I think you was going to say something else before.
No.
Okay. So thanks, guys. This is my moment of the interview. So I would like you to ask more about the recording process of first album. We are talking about Hope. When did you about this recording of the album? How was the recording process? How do you feel like doing your first recording? How can you tell us about that part?
So the recording was a bit here and there because we didn't talk about it, but we had a drummer before Florian that did a first recording session for a couple of our songs like 2 years ago. It was May 22, if I remember correctly. So I did the bass shortly after in the summer. Both guitarists did their parts at home, I would say, and then sent it to the engineer. It's something that I don't want to occur again. I would prefer for the second album that everyone is with the engineer when they record it, because you always miss something when you're just playing at home on a click. It's really different than playing with the energy of the drummer and the energy of the bass player that already did their job, and well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they did their homework, I would say. And then Florian did 2 recording sessions, both in January and March 2023. And Amanda and Julien did 2 song singing recordings in, I would say, February and April, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So the recording part was finished, I would say, in April, like a year ago. And then the mix and master happened during all summer, all through December. It was all finished by December.
You're pretty fresh with the album notes.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of connecting what part of the interview before you talked about was like the lyric line of the band. So I would like you to talk about a little bit about the art, the front cover of your album. This is kind of something dystopic, like you said, or what can you tell us about the artistic process of the front cover? Because this says very much things about the same lyrics and the things we have been talking so far. So who was the idea of the album? Or what can you tell us about that part?
On t'entend plus, Amanda?
Bah, j'ai touché à rien.
Ah, ça y est, c'est bon.
C'est bon? Tu peux traduire, Julian, parce que j'ai pas compris ce qu'il a dit.
Il voulait discuter de l'album, en gros, de l'histoire de l'album, de l'image, pourquoi est-ce qu'on a fait ça. Si tu veux répondre, sinon je prends la main. Mais...
Parle de l'image de l'album, tu veux dire de l'artwork?
De l'artwork et puis de l'histoire avec l'IA, etc., le monde dystopique. Sorry for the French, guys.
No,
No,
that's
no
good for
worries,
us
no
to
worries.
practice. We're supposed to
Yeah,
know French.
yeah,
We study French in our
Yeah.
high school, so.
yes,
Oh,
Try to
that's
speak
a
French.
really tough language.
It is. It's very hard.
it is.
We had the reflection about use IA or use a real main to do the artwork,
Mm-hmm.
and we think it's very much important to give work to a very a real human. So we ask to Benoît Bedrosian. It's an artist incredible in France. And when we ask him for the artwork, he said, "No, it's not my kind of dessin, comment on dit?
Of drawing.
Uh-huh.
It's not my
Okay.
drawing." And after he sent a graffiti.
Yeah, he was
The
looking
sketch.
more towards graphic style at the beginning.
Okay.
And his work is incredible. So it's original because it's futurist, but with we see the end of the human. So it's very interesting and very beautiful. And for the story, I think Julian is better than me to explain.
So yeah, for just to conclude about the artwork, I don't know if you're familiar with the work of Enki Bilal.
No, what is it?
It's a Czech cartoonist that is very famous in Europe. That really
Okay.
has.
Okay.
He also works on post. All his work is really about post-apocalyptic stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very grim and gloom all the time. But he really has that distinctive kind of way of
Nice.
drawing that Benoit really reminded me of, and that's why I wanted to work with him, and that's why I love the artwork. I have it in my studio. It's you can't see it because it's behind the computer, but I have it just over there in framed. And for the story, when we decided to go to go full on towards all the messages we wanted to convey, the story of the album was created afterwards. That's the same in the same process as we decided to put samples and so forth. So we decided to create this character, this AI.
Mm-hmm.
Be the eye of the listener and the protagonist for the album. But I had to cheat a little for a couple of songs, because some of them do not really connect directly to the main story. That's why, for example, in the main story of the story of the album goes this way: the humanity in its vanity disappears, at the end of the third song, and the fourth song, Thoughts of an AI, is where our protagonist wakes up. She wanders around the dystopic land where everyone and every life form has disappeared. She goes mad at some point. She discovers a lot of stuff, and at the end, she discovers that she has a mission, which is to awaken some form of neo-humans, I would say, that we call neo-prophets. That's one of the songs, actually, that is called Neo-Prophets. And these new humans are supposed to, save the earth. They create a program. The program is called Hope. That is the name of the album, and it helps, cleaning the soul, cleansing the earth, the air, the water, and help the rebirth of the earth. So by the end of the album, the earth is born again, and the second album will reflect on what happens far off in the future for brand new planet and all the new prophets, what they do inside this. But for some of the songs, I had to cheat, as I said, because for example, for Bring Your Noise Dude or the Joker's Dance. The Joker's Dance is about the Joker, the Batman and the Joker.
Character.
Okay.
That you can't really connect that to this kind of story, so I had to cheat a little. But for the second album, it will be fully fleshed out inside the story of the album, so there won't be this kind of magic trick to do anymore.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. All the story behind the album.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, in the same line of what I'm trying to ask to you guys, I would like to ask about the symbol, the one we have now in the screen of Harry. Yes, with the tree, like the branches that are like some digital connections or something like that. Who was the idea, or who did this icon, this symbol of band for Cybirth?
Does it have a meaning?
Yeah.
C'est Amanda, il veut qu'on parle du logo, de comment on a eu l'idée, tout ça, qu'est-ce que ça représente, etc.
We use a little bit of violet and yellow because violet is the spirituality color, and yellow is communication color, and it's very important in the actual world. For the it's comment on dit saccadé pour le logo, Julian? Tu peux dire que c'est un peu saccadé.
The image is a bit shaky.
Yeah,
It's shaky for the side futurist of the book.
Okay.
For the side a little bit original, we want to create comment on dit un logo lisible.
For the logo, we really try to have something that is impactful, that people will memorize, that will be easily recognizable on a T-shirt or something like that. So we really went hard on the thought process. We did a couple of reunions. We found a digital artist that was able to reconvey what we were trying to achieve. And the idea of the logo is the CNB of Cybirth that surrounds this tree that is both organic and robotic. You could really sum up the idea of the band by trying to merge all the time the organic and the robotic, use the technicality and everything that is online, etc., but bring it back to earth. Try to be more organic on what you do, although you would be using tools that are based around technology.
Yeah.
I was asking. Go on, please go on.
The tree inside the logo is very important because it symbolizes the union of technology and nature. And it's possible to live inside the tree, but the tree is for the life, for the regeneration.
Trying to make the best of both worlds is maybe the message.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, I was going to say I am asking this to you guys because I myself am a graphic designer, so I love the concept of symbol of Cybirth. So love it. Yeah, really love it. So yeah, it would work very much for you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Fits perfect.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something else. In all this line of keeping in mind the importance of keeping the environment, and so you are distributing the album only digital, or like it's not
hard
necessary
copies
to have a hard copy, like a physical copy of the album, and you are only using Bandcamp, and this other one was sorry, I forgot the name right now. Well, you have the other platform where you are distributing LabHelp. Is the idea of the band to only share via digital the album and the next album, or are you planning to have copies of the album physically? What is your thoughts on that?
So right now, as you said, the album is purely digital. We didn't run it to make CDs, but because I think the media is kind of obsolete.
Okay.
You don't really use CDs anymore, and we had an idea. We haven't done it yet, but it's coming. We are thinking of selling USB chips.
Yeah.
Because the idea of it is you can buy it will be personalized with the Cybirth logo, of course, and it's biocompostable.
Yeah,
I don't know
compostable.
how
Okay.
how it
Compostable
works, but
USB.
it's
Oh,
made of
nice.
it's made of corn or something. It's not plastic.
Uh-huh.
Of
Okay.
course, you have the
Yes.
metal chips and etc. You can't. Well, you need to have
Yeah.
some components to make it work, but
The case.
the case here is made of. Maybe it's corn or something like that. It's biocompostable. So, and the idea of it is you can buy the USB chip and use it to put the music on it if you want. But if you want to use it for something else, you can do it. And we thought the idea was cool. We just need the money to buy the USB chips in the first place to be able to sell them. But it's coming.
Nice. Very good idea.
Love
Yeah.
it.
we-
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have a site label.
Site.
You can buy the album on this, but
Mhm.
not CD, not vinyl.
Got it.
We're really not that famous to do the vinyls in the first place. Maybe in 10 years, where there are people that would be asking for it, because it's a beautiful object. So
Yes.
I understand the appeal, but right now it's really pointless to print vinyl. We are not that famous.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
the way to
man,
see
definitely.
it, and
For us as metal collectors, to have your album or your work in a hard copy kind of fashion way, like the USB drive will be like amazing. That will be like
yeah.
amazing to have it.
We're working on it. Maybe by the end of the year, but we have a couple of shows coming.
Mhm.
That's how you make them. We are not professional musicians. We haven't talked about it, but we are semi-professional. What I mean by that is we all have a job aside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not trying them, to at any cost to make the big numbers and all that stuff.
Mhm.
We make
Mhm.
it just for the pleasure of being together and being on stage and share our music with people and so forth. But you kind of need to have some sort of income to be able
Definitely.
to
Yeah.
make the music videos, make the
Mhm.
mix and mastering, make the shirts and all that stuff. But yeah, it's coming. It's in the box.
Nice.
Okay. And talking about good numbers, like you said, I was gonna ask you about your video clip, of Amnesia. I think it's by how to say it. It's a very good video for beginner band, like you said. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that concept of your video for Amnesia that have good numbers on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're about to 2,200 or something like that. So we're happy with the number. We came out of nowhere. So yeah, it's a decent number for a first music video. And we are really happy because we put a lot of energy in this music video. There's you guessed it by seeing it. We shot with an actress. We shot in two different locations, so that meant two different days for the shootings. It was by the summer next year, so it was really hot when we shot in the bar. When we shot in the parking lot, it was like rainy and foggy, and so it was okay. But when we shot inside the bar, it was really hot, and the cops came, so we couldn't shoot.
Oh, really?
we were we were making too much noise, so the cops came, and we. So,
Not,
so
not
yeah, a fun side story. If you go back to the music video and watch it again, you will notice there are a couple of moments where Amanda or Julien are singing, and us in the background are staying static. The idea came by the moment because we were shooting the drum, and the cops came in, and they were like, "You're making too much noise. Stop that." So we were like, "Okay, make the best out of this, and what can we shoot that is going to be, appealing visually, but is silent." That's why we were static in the background with that, kind of Matrix vibe. Matrix vibe with the sunglasses and all that stuff. It wasn't planned, but it looks cool, so it's fine.
Yeah, definitely worked
Yeah,
out.
definitely love it also. Okay, so
Yes.
it's a very good thing to have in a beginning band. So yeah. Okay, guys, that was my questions. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice.
Thank you, Omar.
Nice.
That was-
Okay.
The next one will be Harry. So Harry, take the torch.
Thank you, Alex. Hi, guys. It's my turn of the interview.
Hi, Harry.
Good. Hello. Bueno, it's my turn. And I want to ask some people some simple questions. We want to discover Cybirth next plant on stage, okay? What concerts or tours does Cyber have planned in the near future? South America, for example, on other
Oh,
side.
that would be so cool, but I mean, plane is an expensive way of trip. It's not that eco-friendly either.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But yeah, that would be like the most awesome thing. But you need to you need to calculate the thing a bit before you go bankrupt. So.
Yeah, you and actually you
Okay.
in Europe you have that great advantage that is the train that you
Yeah.
like can travel like the whole Europe just using the train. We have been doing like a couple times when we go to Vacuum and stuff, and so that's a great plus that you have there in the European community. But yes, any near future plans that you can share with us?
Tu veux parler des dates un petit peu, Amanda?
Yes. We have 3 dates for this year. One date soon exposed, 25 May 25.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just near of Toulon. And after we have one date in November. 2 dates in November, sorry. One in Aix-en-Provence. Do you know Aix-en-Provence? It's near of Marseille.
Marseille, okay.
Yes. And
Okay.
and after we have a very exciting date in Jazz Road. Jazz Road is a big place to be for the band here. And it's a group named Killers. Do you know Killers?
It that depends because there are many different
Okay.
genres like bands called killers.
No, Kill Us. It's yeah, that's a show that we will be doing in one of the biggest locations around here. So we are really excited, and we will be opening for a band. It's a Spanish industrial metal band. So
Wow.
it sounds kind of like Rammstein, you know. And it's they're pretty well known in Spain. They have like 10K followers or something like that.
Nice.
It's kind of a big band already for us, so we're really excited to be opening for them. And yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And after we have 3 dates in the future year.
So
And,
a small tour actually, a 3-day small tour.
Yes, a little tour. We have one date, 3 dates in February. And it's in Lyon. Lyon, it's a city in the center in France.
Yeah.
We have in Fréjus. Fréjus, it's at 1 hour in car from Toulon, and one date in Marseille. So a little tour with a group named Dusk of Delusion and name Break the Void, and maybe another group.
Very nice. Very
Okay.
interesting. And please share
Very
all those
nice.
flyers or any videos, any information that you want to share to us are welcome to do it.
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah.
not? If you want to
Okay.
follow it by the distance, it's gonna be it's our first. It will be our first tour. Where it's a small tour because it's 3 days, but you got to start somewhere. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, we were contacted by this by this band from the north of France that we didn't know about, and they were like, "Oh, guys, we really want to play with you. Just let's make a tour." And we were like, "Okay, let's go."
Okay.
I think
Perfect.
it's the lyrics video that sold us. So yeah, it works.
Yeah, definitely works.
We are very exciting because the second clip arrived soon. His name Cyberpunk, and it's a violent song, very energetic song, apocalyptic vision image. Normally at May or June, it's okay for the clip.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we shot this music video a month ago, and I think the editing is almost complete. Somewhere, very French. The red
Okay.
wine. We've
It's
marked
Saturday night.
we've
Saturday
marked
night, that's
we've
okay.
marked the cliche. We've had the red wine.
Yes.
So yeah, we shot it a month ago. The editing is almost complete. Yeah, it should be out by the end of May or beginning of June. We're really excited about this one too because we think it's gonna be awesome. The imagery is really different from the first one. It's really more basic, I would say. It's just beautiful imagery with a lot of work on the lighting and the lighting. Sorry.
Amnesia is very
cool.
very. It's like a film. Amnesia is like a film. A film. Cyberpunk is like a very beautiful image with very comment dit fumée.
Smoke, a lot of smoke.
Okay.
The smoke very
Okay.
with very much color, violet, red, blue, and
What's the name
very
of the
much headbanding in this.
A lot of
Very
it.
much.
What's the
Yes.
name of the song that it will be in the video?
Cyberpunk.
It's the song is Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Okay.
Okay.
One of the best song of the album, if you ask me. Maybe the best one.
Maybe.
The- the-
Prophet, it's very good.
The most easily conveyable, I would say, because yeah, we put yesterday the lyrics video for Neo Prophets. It's it's my favorite song of the album. It's more around the prog style. You have a change of tempos and all that stuff. It's a more complicated song. Cyberpunk is more easily conveyable. It's
Straightforward.
basic.
You're just a
all I
prog
would
man.
say.
You're
It's
just a prog
easier
man.
to get into it and into the vibe of it. It's easier to sell it. That's why we did a music video for this one and not Neo Prophet, for example. You have to choose which one you want to put in front. So yeah.
Okay.
Cyberpunk is the better for for very much people. Julian prefer Neo Prophet, and I prefer Amnesia because I can the expression for me is very high level with my voice, the very clean voice, and growl very very intense, and it's about through psychological
Dementia. It's about dementia.
Okay.
Yes, and it's the part of the album of the EA is lost between two worlds, and I like the theme. Ça se dit?
Theme.
The
She
theme.
enjoyed the theme very much.
Sorry.
Nice. No, it's okay.
Don't worry.
Go ahead, Harry.
Okay. Any more? No. Okay, thank you. Well, let's explore cyber collaboration possibilities. Okay. Is Cyber considering collaborating with other bands or artists in the future projects?
We have a big project. We want to create our own festival.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yes,
Wow.
in the Olioul, in the little city Olioul, when we have the repetition, when we make the repetition.
The rehearsals.
Yes, and the name is Grolioul, Grol and Olioul.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
we want to create a little festival, and because after more big, but for the beginning a little festival with a 7 or 8 group, with very much type of group, not just prog or just cyber or just black metal or just death.
Mix up.
Okay.
Yes.
Mixed a lot different kind of genre. And actually, just for the so you know, the Olioul is based around the name of the olive tree in and it's you would say tree in the language of the region. Our region is called Provence in France, and there's a local language. Like Occitan, yes, for example. Yeah. And there it's Provençal, and in Provençal, Olioul is how you would call an olive tree. So you have olive trees everywhere in the city.
Okay. So let's dream big. And why not? Maybe you will need like a Latin American podcast covering that big festival.
Yeah.
With the most pleasure. We were trying to pull it off for, I would say, May 25. We are trying to
May 25th of 2025. Yeah,
we were trying to do that around that time, because you have a lot of work to do to be able to put it in more. But yeah, we're trying this. Maybe it will work, maybe it won't. But it's a fun challenge.
Looking forward for that, guys.
Why we did that? We did this. We tried to do this originally because there's not that much festival in our region. As I said at the beginning of the interview, we are probably the worst region for metal of France. So yeah, we're trying to move the stakes a little, and maybe create something. Maybe it would work, and maybe people will enjoy coming and seeing the metal shows over here, and why not? Nice. If you don't try, you will never know. So
yeah, that's right.
We want local beer for the festival. Good. We want vegan food truck for the festival. We want local food and alcohol for the event.
Yeah, making the doing things that are local. So part of something. It's part of what we try to convey. Also.
Great.
Okay. Good. Well, now let's delve into the musical evolution of the band. Good. Is Cyber thinking about experimenting with the new musical style in his next production, or introducing French folklore instrument into his music?
Well, it's kind of what we're already doing with the second album, because as I told you, the first one was a kind of a mishmash of different of songs that were written before everyone was there. But since I'm now at the base of the composition, I try to convey something that is more modern into the sound, more modern, and at the same time trying to use also traditional instrumentation. For example, one of the first song that will be a music video for the second album is called Phoenix Ashes. You have this really modern alternative metal song with really heavy emphasis on the drum and bass being together and really rhythmic. But at the same time, you also have verses that will where I will slap the bass, with maybe something that sounds like a bit of funk. And by the end of the song, you have a string quartet that is playing in the background while Amanda sings. So we always try to. Maybe that's my the progster that is inside me that is always trying to find different kind of mixing different influences. But yeah, we're already trying to do that. The second album will be really different from the first one. Maybe more modern.
All the influence of all the members. The first album, we use the Ancient song, more working, more travaillé, je sais pas comment on dit.
Reformule que je traduise. Qu'est-ce que tu veux dire?
En gros, qu'on a voulu utiliser les anciens morceaux de l'album, enfin, les anciens morceaux quand il y avait Bring Your Noise Dude, qu'on les a retravaillés, mais que là, ce sera vraiment notre patte et nos morceaux à nous, avec toutes nos influences et notre façon de faire.
Yeah, so the first album we took the best from what was composed before with Bring Your Noise Dude and made it into Cybirth. But this time around, it's really different because everyone is involved in the composition. Although I'm the first one in line, but everyone gives his special touch, so it will be more fleshed out.
It's the true Cybirth. The true Cybirth.
Yes, the second album is the first one was an appetizer.
Yeah.
Second one will be the
real one. The real deal.
Yeah, the real deal.
Okay. Julian, Amanda, thank you for your answers. Thanks for everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think we have a couple comments there, Danny, and
yes,
after that, please go ahead.
We have some greeting for Lafont Exo and Anthony Churup.
Oh, that's
thank you.
I know what it is. It's one of our. It's not. I can say it's our number one fan.
Okay. Because he says 2020 per the Necro Prophets. I guess he's referring to the song. He thinks it's 2020 in quality or in taste.
Yeah, so we have two comments there in the chat box. So thank you so much for people that is following the Facebook Live. But for the last part of the interview, I think Danny have a couple of questions.
Yes, and thank you again, guys, for being here. And thank you for congratulations for your work. And I've been listening your music during the days and really like your music. And
which one did you listen to?
The real deal.
I have on Spotify Hope and really liked it.
Okay, so you listened to the whole album?
Hope.
What's your favorite song?
Amnesia definitely is one of my favorites.
Amnesia and Neo Prophet.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yes.
Yeah, this one is really, really cool.
Interesting. It's interesting.
And
Yes, it's a beautiful album.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The second one would be even better.
Even better. Looking forward for it.
Yes.
But you have to wait a little for it. We hope to release it by the end of 25, something like that.
Okay.
Okay. And the final question is simple question. It's about how and where our followers, the fans, contact you. What is your social media? Are you Facebook or Instagram?
Yeah, so we have both of these, but we are more. So I'm the one responsible of the social media. I'm definitely more on Instagram, but you can also join me as well on Facebook, but mostly on Instagram. Yeah, through the message. We also have a mail
Okay.
if needed. We have a mail, a Gmail account that we could reply to also.
Okay. Thank you. And do you have any merch and t-shirt or
Yeah, of course.
sell?
We
Yes.
have a website. The link for the website is on our on our links on Instagram. As of right now, we have T-shirts and the album in digital version.
Yes.
Organic t-shirt.
We actually
Organic t-shirt.
Okay. Good.
yeah
That's important.
organic cotton, and we can send T-shirts to you guys if you want.
Oh, that would be amazing.
If you buy it through the stores, I guess
Yeah.
we should be able to deliver them to you. Just send the address. I think it's possible. We sent one in Guadeloupe. It's a French island in the
The
Caribbean.
French island.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
So why not send them to
Okay.
Miami or Bogota? I mean, it's a small world.
And thank you guys. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
Your band, and I follow your music.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun to do this. I mean, it's a bit of a challenge because it's in English. It's not it's not a mother tongue, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
No,
Mhm.
definitely.
It's the
Julianne,
same for. Vas-y.
go ahead.
It's the same for me. I wanted to be here, but it's a very complicated exercise for me. So thank you
No,
for your
Amanda.
comprehension.
No, you did
Thank you for
great.
you.
Yeah, you did great. And Julianne, Amanda, thank you so much. So, one more time, the doors are open. This project is for you guys. Whatever you want to share through us are more than welcome. We are going to keep like sharing your material in our social media pages. So, next time that you want to be in another interview, don't hesitate, just reach us. You have my contact and you have the Fellowship Metal Podcast contact, so please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't
For the
hesitate to
opportunity. Pardon.
we won't hesitate to show when the music video for Cyberpunk is out
Perfect.
because yeah, I'm absolutely positive it's gonna be amazing.
Mhm.
I know when we shot, I saw the image, just on the camera, the imagery was so beautiful. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a hit.
I cried.
So, yeah.
I cried when I see the image.
She actually-
Yes.
and yeah, but why not a second interview when the second
Definitely.
album comes in
Yeah.
Yeah.
April,
Yes.
so-
Totally. Feel free to contact us so we can
with pleasure.
manage to make it. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Once again,
It's a
thank you so
pleasure.
much. And thank you for your friendship and thank you for your time. So, this space, and it was the Fellowship Metal Podcast.